As gorgeous as she is talented, the multifaceted Monica Bellucci has complemented her successful career as a model with a solid list of acting roles. Her elegant demeanor and striking looks have turned her into the perfect actress to embody powerful female characters that take the audience's breath away. Today, we'll be looking at the top 10 Monica Bellucci movies of all time.
I envy you, but such a thing is not meant to last.
Number 10. Doberman. Although Bellucci's first role in American cinema was in 1992's Bram Stoker's Dracula, she had a prolific career as an actress in European cinema long before her debut on the American silver screen. Doberman is far from being her first role, yet it's one that demanded a lot of effort from the model turned actress. The film follows Doberman, a charming lawbreaker who's been living a life of crime ever since he was born. Along with his deaf girlfriend, Nat the Gypsy, and a group of ruthless criminals, Doberman terrorizes Paris with a string of high-profile bank robberies. Violent and intense, Doberman is yet another excellent example of French crime cinema. The movie has that characteristic edginess of the 90s, and Bellucci's casting as Nat the Gypsy gives the movie a touch of much-needed humanity. She also proved to have great chemistry with her co-star, French actor Vincent Cassel, who would later become Bellucci's second husband.
Seigneur.
Number 9. Asterix and Obelix. Mission Cleopatra. The popularity of Asterix and Obelix in France is something that can't be overstated. The Gaulish warriors made their comic book debut in 1959 and became icons of French culture with their classic adventures. In 1999, the first live-action film based on the characters debuted in French cinemas, Asterix and Obelix Take on Caesar.
J'ai envie d'un œil neuf sur ce chantier, d'une vision jeune. Mais tu vas aider numéro bis.
Its sequel, Asterix and Obelix, Mission Cleopatra, was the most ambitious French film of its time. With a budget that went a little over 50 million euros, Mission Cleopatra was a massive blockbuster that enjoyed immense popularity with both critics and general audiences. The gorgeous Bellucci was chosen to play the role of Cleopatra. The plot follows Asterix and Obelix and their adventures in Egypt as they help the Egyptian queen building a palace that rivals that of Julius Caesar.
Gaulois, puisque vous avez juré ma perte, je vais vous montrer par Osiris comment meurt une reine.
Number 8. Tears of the Sun. This action thriller chronicles the efforts of a team of Navy SEALs as they evacuate a group of Americans stranded in Nigeria after a violent coup has turned the country into a war zone. Starring Bruce Willis as Lieutenant A.K. Walters, this was Bellucci's first high-profile role in an American film, playing an American citizen by marriage that must be evacuated from Nigeria immediately.
Hey! Hey! What the hell are you doing?
He's my friend!
You know what? You could also be armed. Get back there with the others. Go on!
Bellucci's character, Dr. Kendricks, is the mission's high-priority target, but she refuses to be evacuated if it means leaving 70 refugees behind. Despite being a modest commercial success, Tears of the Sun was a nightmare to produce. Tensions were high between director Antoine Fuqua and Bruce Willis, ending in the two men vowing to never work together again. Bellucci avoided most of the controversy during the movie's production. However, a kiss between her and Bruce Willis had to be removed from the film's final cut. Audiences felt that the romantic subplot between Willis and Bellucci's character felt forced, prompting the inappropriate kiss to be deleted.
Lena, listen to me. We've got to get out of here now. You hear me? Listen, we got to get out of here, all right?
Number 7. Shoot 'em Up. An action flick with a lot of flair, Shoot 'em Up is a bombastic tour de force directed by Michael Davis. Clive Owen stars as Mr. Smith, a drifter who also happens to be a ridiculously skilled gunman. Smith helps a lonely woman deliver a baby, but she dies shortly after, leaving the baby under Smith's care.
You mean these people were harvesting babies for some guy's bone marrow transplant?
Exactly.
Luckily for Smith, he won't be alone for the ride. A prostitute named Donna Quintana would prove to be an apt surrogate mother for the baby and a more than capable companion for Smith. Monica Bellucci made good use of her skills as a polyglot for this movie. The actress dubbed herself in both the Italian and French versions of the film.
You can't take little pleasure in anything, can you? You just hate everything.
I don't hate you.
Number 6. The Whistleblower. Based on the astonishing real-life story of Catherine Bolkovac, The Whistleblower retells the story of this Nebraska police officer working for the United Nations in post-war Bosnia. While working there with DynCorp International, Bolkovac discovers a massive human trafficking ring, with the international authorities turning a blind eye.
I know this girl! I know this girl! I can't leave her here! Let's go! Come on, Raya, let's go!
The legal battle that ensued between the UN and Bolkovac has been one of the biggest public scandals the organization has faced. Director Larissa Kondracki wanted her debut film to be on the subject of human trafficking and finally bought the rights to Bolkovac's story for just $100. Monica Bellucci shared the screen with Rachel Weisz. The English actress was cast to play the lead role, a stroke of luck for the young director Kondracki.
You don't understand. She was trafficked from Grozny. Her parents were killed in Chechnya, and she has no documentation.
Number 5. The Passion of the Christ. As successful as it was controversial, 2004's The Passion of the Christ was a movie that divided the opinion of religious and atheists alike. Directed by none other than Mel Gibson, Jim Caviezel stars as Jesus of Nazareth. The Passion chronicles the final 12 hours in the life of Jesus Christ up until his crucifixion. Although the movie centers around Jesus, his apostles are also an integral part of the film.
Tama! Adzuruhom! Hansilulah Tama! Fasuleha! Leila Bimsatra!
Bellucci plays the most controversial figure in Jesus' life, Mary Magdalene. She plays a key role in the life of Jesus, especially during his final moments on earth. The exotic beauty of Bellucci made her the ideal actress to play the coveted role. Filmed entirely in Latin and Aramaic, this is the highest-grossing foreign language movie in U.S. film history. Gibson's original intention was to release the movie without subtitles, but the studio insisted that audiences needed them. In the end, Gibson agreed to add subtitles to the whole film.
Yeshua! Yeshua din Nazareth! Yeshua! Adzuruhom!
Number 4. The Matrix Reloaded. One of the most influential sci-fi films of all time, no one was surprised when a sequel to The Matrix was released in 2003. Even more impressive is that we got 2 new Matrix movies in the span of a few months. The Matrix Reloaded was released in 2003, with The Matrix Revolutions releasing just 6 months later. In Reloaded, Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus resume their battle against the oppressive forces of the Matrix. The film also sees the return of the delightfully evil Agent Smith, who clashes with Neo in a fight that took 27 days to shoot. Bellucci plays Persephone, a new character in the series.
How many people keep silver bullets in their gun?
She's the wife of a character called the Merovingian. Dissatisfied with her life inside the Matrix, Persephone's character was described by Bellucci as an emotional vampire. Curiously, the first role Bellucci played in an American film was one of Dracula's brides. She would reunite with one of her Dracula co-stars, Keanu Reeves, in The Matrix Reloaded.
It is a game. It is only a game.
So is this. Have fun.
Number 3. The Apartment. What could be considered as Monica Bellucci's breakthrough role was that of Lisa in the French drama film The Apartment. In the movie, Max, a bohemian writer, leaves his girlfriend Lisa in Paris when he gets a coveted job in New York. 2 years later, he returns to Europe and gets engaged to another woman. Everything seems fine in Max's life until he meets Lisa again and realizes that he's still madly in love with his ex-girlfriend. Max spirals down into obsession, wanting nothing more than to be reunited with his former love.
Je vous en prie, laissez-moi le temps de vous...
Pas d'explication.
S'il vous plaît.
Pas de café, même en face. Appelez-moi quand vous aurez reçu les chaussures.
As he continues to stalk her, he soon finds out that this Lisa might not be the same woman he fell in love with. Playing the role of Lisa in The Apartment gave Bellucci's acting career a veritable boost, earning her a Caesar Award nomination as Best Supporting Actress. It was also thanks to this movie that she met Vincent Cassel, the actor she would marry 3 years after the release of the film in 1999. Their marriage lasted until 2013, and together they had 2 daughters.
Je connais Daniel. Je crois qu'il est capable d'aller très loin.
Mais tout de même, tu lui as même pas laissé une chance de s'expliquer.
Number 2. Irreversible. One of the most experimental films in Bellucci's career is 2002's Irreversible. This French thriller, directed by Gaspard Noé, stars Monica Bellucci as a woman experiencing one of the worst nights of her life in Paris. Told in reverse chronological order, Irreversible's delicate subject and gritty storytelling may not be to everyone's taste. Also co-starring her then-husband, Vincent Cassel, Irreversible is a movie that will appeal to fans of non-linear narratives like Nolan's Memento or Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. This is a movie that is engineered to be as repulsive as possible, a feat that Noé managed effortlessly through the use of solid camera work and the plot's unsettling nature. Noé worked closely with Bellucci and Castle, as the director wanted a married couple to star in this film. The first draft of the movie was much mellower than what ended up on the screen, eventually turning into the 2015 movie Love.
Est-ce qu'il t'arrive quelque chose?
Non, on peut pas parler du sexe.
Mon ami,
Du
pourquoi
sexe,
pas parler de sexe?
parce que c'est pas quelque chose qu'on peut... On peut parler de tout.
Our number one pick is Malena. Making its way to the top of our list is one of Bellucci's most critically successful movies. Directed by Giuseppe Tornatore, Malena is a controversial film that chronicles the life of a young boy in Sicily during World War II and his obsession with a beautiful woman called Malena. Gorgeous and living alone, Malena has become the talk of the town, envied by women and desired by men. The poor woman has become a prisoner in her hometown. Despite earning the Grand Prix at the 2001 Capoe Film Festival, Malena has been harshly criticized for its objectification of its main character. Bellucci embodies the character of Malena with ease, as her gorgeous looks and exotic expressions fit the role perfectly. The soundtrack, composed by the legendary Ennio Morricone, was nominated for an Academy Award. Audiences scored the movie very positively, with a 7.5 on a scale of 10 on IMDb.com. Do you agree with our list? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be the first to receive new Top 10 videos from Stream TV.